Alright, welcome to episode 71 of the Random Status Quo song review. And our number generator for this episode has given us song 42. So we're back at the beginning, pretty much, with the Dog of Two Head album. And the song Gardanula. This song first really came to my attention, I think it was in the winter '94, just before the tour, when Rossi and Parfitt were promoting the tour on breakfast television. And they were sat on a couch in the morning playing this on their acoustic guitars. It sounded pretty good, and I kind of think it kind of showed what their acoustic albums could have been if they had just gone with a couple of guitars, a couple of voices. But strangely enough, I don't think this song ever made either acoustic albums. I'm not that okay with them. But yes, because I think that's when the song first came to my attention, basically because when I got the Dog of Two Head album, it was when I got serious into the Quo, and I kind of bought the whole back catalogue up in pretty much one go. So I was listening to everything, and I think this album, as good as it is, it's a bit of a grower. You have to really get stuck into it. Those long songs like Someone's Learning and Moonlighting and Something's Going On in My Head, they're not instant hooky songs that, well, for me anyway, that I put on a repeated listen. I was more listening to the subsequent albums a lot more. So Gardanula didn't really make that much of an impression because I wasn't listening to this album much, and when I did, it was just a kind of quirky other track in amongst the head nodding ones. So yeah, so then I went to see the Quo on that tour in '94. I think it's '94. And they played it, and of course they had their stick of the four of them at the front strumming each other's instruments, which quite impressed me at the time. Thought that was pretty cool. And again the following year, I think maybe by the third or fourth year, I was going to say, yeah, okay, I've seen this before. But yeah, it obviously became a kind of centerpiece of the live set in that period, and then for many years onwards. But yeah, so it's quite a different little song, little acoustic number. There's no bass guitar to be heard. I assume it's because they thought the bass wasn't needed or appropriate, as opposed to Alan not being able to come up with a line, or them recording on a day he wasn't in the studio. There is a bit of percussion going on, so coughlin is used. It kind of depends what version you listen to. I think the first version was the B-side to In My Chair, and I think that's got some bongo in it, and then it's more kind of, I think it's tambourine sounding on this. And then of course there is another version on the Status Quo Live. It doesn't tell you. Yeah, it's 3 minutes 50 on the album track. The Status Quo Live's got it down at 2 minutes 45. Well, I assume they weren't playing the whole thing as opposed to playing it so fast they managed to chop a minute off. But if you actually watch, you can watch on YouTube the Rossi and Parfitt doing their version on GMTV. It was, and Rick says when they play, we'll not play it all because it lasts about 10 minutes. So I don't know what version he's referring to. Maybe just in rehearsal when they were doing their whole stick, it was lasting a lot longer for the live part of the show. But anyway, it's quite a basic and simple song. There's just a nice little single picked guitar line as the lead, and then Dalton Tits purposes the rhythm guitar accompanying, but it's providing the backbeat as well. It's really well defined and hit, so it's giving the song its kind of energy. And then when you go into the instrumental section, there's another little nice lead guitar bit, two guitars playing it. I assume Rossi's double tracking, and Parfitt's on the rhythm. Yeah, it's a decent little tune. Not a massive favourite of mine. I did enjoy seeing it live, but yeah, it's not too bad. I think probably would just put in my occasional listen category. I'm sure some people hold it in a higher regard, but just a nice little quirky tune showing a slightly different side of the band, giving a bit of light and shade to the album, as they're always on about. Light and shade in amongst the heavy rockers that was on this. I wouldn't have minded if they'd done a nice acoustic version of this on acoustic albums, as long as it had just been a nice acoustic version. They didn't start sticking accordions and fiddles over it. Actually, the fiddle probably would have worked in that case. But yes, so that's Gerdnula. And that's another episode of this Status Quo song review. And as always, thanks for watching if you got this far, and I'll see you in the next one.